Hello miners, Rusty coming at you. Today we're going to take a look at a cold steel trapper. So the cold steel trappers have probably been out for a couple of years. I got this off of Smoky Mountain Knife Works, and I want to say right around $26. Sometimes they'll go on the flash sale. They come with 8 CR, 13 MOV, mirrors polished. I want to say blades, but we'll find out. And then bolsters, they're nickel silver bolsters. This is CS, cold steel, FL, not sure. That would be a Trapper J, probably for Jigged. They do make them in blue bone, and I do think a yellow bone, and I'm not sure. So right now, let's just pause, take a peek at the jigging. The transitions here are excellent. Now, these are very, very similar to a Rough Rider trapper. We'll talk about that more in a second, other than they use stainless steel liners. So there's our springs. Let's take a peek at this coloring here. It's almost like a dark plum. I find the center of the knife very dark, and then I find it to be kind of plum out here. We have a match strike nail nick here. That's a pretty strong pull. I haven't, what would you call it? Oiled this or anything. It does come clean. It has a very nice clip point. It has this nice, it kind of seems to, whoop up a little bit, and then it's cold steel on this side. There's the blade steel in China. Let's see. Tang seemed to be all right. No half stop. Decent snap. So, yep. I think that'll loosen up to about maybe a 5.5 pull, but it is a little, it's not really smooth. It's a little drag in there. And then we'll get to the Spey blade. As far as Spey blades go, I think this is a nice one. Okay, and it just seems like you have this belly here. I find this to be sharp. So let's take a peek. It's kind of broad, this distance here. And okay, so going to get out a Rough Rider. This is probably a pretty common type old Rough Rider. This would be amber bone jigged, and this one happens to have finger grooves. I'm still shopping for one. I'll pick up one that's just a more traditional. But like I said, seems to be a little bit of suspicion that these two knives come out of the same factory. And I think you can see why. And if this isn't similar enough, let's take a peek at how we reach in for that clip point. And it feels very similar in action. Very similar. Take a peek. It's slightly... Now I'm finding got quite a bit of trappers, but so they're all pretty similar in blade shapes here. Seems like I said, this one gets thinner towards the point there. Take a peek at how we access that Spey blade. And we'll take a peek here how we access that Spey blade. And they do feel very similar. And so Spey blades are basically pretty straight. So the only differences we would really look at are going to be the tips. And this has a longer pole, nail nick, and or the tangs. And let's see what you guys think. Pretty similar. Oh boy, it's been so long since I called something that plunge grind. So, okay. Before we move on, I realize we're getting a little long on this. Going to bring out the cell belly. Stockman. This is a gentleman's one, and I'm going to release a video on this. I just want to bring them out in both videos so you guys can compare how they look. And the colors on this, and then they went and they didn't exactly change it, but that's just what you get when you dye bone. So from side to side, this looks like brownish, and then this looks like purplish. So stick around, and I think I'll do a video on this one next.